the Bank of Canada monetized 95% of the new issuance of the government of Canada in the fiscal year that just finished. And so essentially, the Bank of Canada bought nearly all of the bonds, all of the government of Canada bonds that the government issued in the past year. And 40%, okay, so by Japanese standards, it's not huge, but it for a country like Canada, it is a significant big chunk. By comparison, the Fed owns less than 18% of the Treasury securities outstanding. So in that respect, the Bank of Canada has leapt way ahead of the Fed, even though there's other differences in that. Number one, Canada is a much smaller country, and the debt of the United States is just enormous. It's just gigantic, and now over 28 trillion US dollars. So Canada has been more. I'm going to use that word. I'm going to get killed for it. Prudent. Then the U.S. government has been and has issued less debt. But so within the confines of this 40%, the Bank of Canada is over twice the level where the Fed is.
Sure. Alarming as a Canadian on two fronts, and comforting on one front, because the Canadian government has been very liberal with its relief financing, subsidizing welfare for the population, because everybody's got multiple access to different programs. If you're in Canada, the money has just been flowing like crazy to the point companies have just stopped doing business, and they just keep the doors open and everybody paid thanks to this subsidy. In that respect, now I understand how they're paying for all that. They're, they're obviously financed by the Bank of Canada. The fact that the Bank of Canada has to be the only buyer of its bonds for the most part is alarming. That nobody else wants Canadian bonds.
Well, there's probably demand for them, but the idea was to push down interest rates, long-term interest rates, and to create the asset bubbles that we now have. And so that was the purpose. Not that there aren't enough investors out there that want to buy those bonds, but they might not want to buy those bonds at the current interest rates. And so they might have to be pulled into the market with higher interest rates. And that would put some limits on asset price inflation. And the Bank of Canada has been out there obviously inflating one of the most majestic housing bubbles in the world. And the way it's done that is by pushing down long-term interest rates.